The Adventures of Pluto Nash was released in 2002. This is directed by Ron Underwood. It's written by Neil Cuthbert, and we have a cast including Eddie Murphy, Jay Mohr, Randy Quaid. We have Peter Boyle. It's because of Peter Boyle that I became aware of this, and I really like Eddie Murphy, so I thought, let's give this one a go. And I didn't really care for it. I admire the creativity. We have some fun set designs, we have some fun costumes, but I didn't really find it that entertaining. I'll read the description from IMDb because this explains it. Well, it doesn't really explain it very well, but it can give you a taste of what it's about. I'll talk a little bit around it. And this says, in the future, a man struggles to keep his lunar nightclub out of the hands of the mafia. This is set on the moon, and it's set in the 2080s, which in 2002 probably seemed like a really long way away, but nowadays it's getting closer. And Pluto Nash has this nightclub, and as that description suggested, he has to try and keep it out of the hands of the mafia. He has to try and keep hold of his nightclub. And as a concept, I don't hate it, but I generally, with exceptions, don't really care about films set in the future. I'm not a big fan of sci-fi at all. There are a few exceptions, but not really a fan. So it was never going to be my favourite film, but I still found the narrative to just be a little bit boring. The characters weren't that interesting. I liked Eddie Murphy in it, but the rest of the characters, in fact even Pluto Nash, wasn't particularly fascinating. So I didn't love it, but I did admire the creativity. It is a watchable film because visually it's quite creative. We have some fun costumes, some fun set designs. They're all quite fun to look at. So it is watchable, and I admire the creativity. It's certainly different to anything I've seen before. If you're a big sci-fi fan, maybe that won't be the case. But for me, it was different. But I wouldn't necessarily say it was that interesting. The stories, it doesn't sound like this would be the case, but the story's just a little bit bland. So I personally didn't find it to be that interesting. I feel like, and this is purely my opinion, but I feel like it was leaning more into the gimmick or the novelty of the time period, the location, the visuals, rather than presenting a really fun, fascinating, well-executed narrative. Other people might disagree with that, but that's certainly my perspective. So I didn't love it, but I didn't mind watching it. I don't want to say I'm glad I had a reason to watch it, the reason being Peter Boyle, but I don't regret the time spent watching it either. Do I recommend it? I don't know. It has 3.9 out of 10 on IMDb across 28,000 reviews and ratings, and it has a Metascore of 12, which I have to say was quite reassuring because I don't care if I love a film, most people hate. If I hate a film, most people love. But at the same time, I was watching it thinking, I'm not enjoying this. But I'm going to be really concerned if everybody else absolutely loves it. Obviously, there's an audience for everything. But to see that it was rated 3.9 out of 10 made me feel a little bit better about how I perceived the film, because that seems to be the common reception. But if you're curious, nevertheless, maybe give it a go. You might enjoy it. It's definitely creative. The costumes are great. The set designs are not too bad. So, in general, it's not the worst film ever. But I wouldn't say The Adventures of Pluto Nash is overly exciting. If you have a specific reason why you want to watch it, check it out. You might enjoy it more than I did. But if you're just looking for a recommendation for an entertaining film, then maybe this isn't the best one to go with.